about to give y'all the layout to what might be the wildest prison idea since somebody said, let's build Alcatraz in shark water. Only this time, they're building it in gator water. So, if you're even thinking about coming to Florida and you're undocumented or even just undocumented adjacent, don't. Just don't. Turn around, close the tab, do a U-turn in life. I'm trying to help you live. Because the Florida Everglades ain't no ordinary swamp, y'all. I'm talking 1.5 million acres of I dare you to survive. We're talking sawgrass so sharp it'll slice your legs, serpents the size of water beds, and sinkholes that'll eat you and your secrets. So if the mosquitoes don't get you, the heat will. And if the heat doesn't get you, the gators will. And if the gators don't get you, well, that's when the pythons tag in. It's like Mortal Kombat, but sponsored by Animal Planet. I wish I was kidding, guys. It's isolation wrapped in natural hostility. Ain't no street lights, ain't no Uber Eats, ain't no I'll be right there. There's no city, no roads, no out. And trust me, that ain't an accident either. That's a plan. They didn't just pick the swamp. They picked the swamp. The one that says, if you survive this, you've earned your citizenship and a Netflix special. Illegal immigrants, listen up. I know y'all dodging the perils of home, war, crime, poverty. And listen, I get it. But let me put y'all on game. Florida is not the place to come. Not now, not ever. Because what DeSantis and Trumpy Bear are planning, well, let's just say that ain't no immigration policy. That's kind of like a setup. Now, I certainly have my issues with illegal immigration, so don't get it twisted. However, I'm here to tell you, you guys, you probably want to find a sanctuary state. And that state is not Florida. See, this new prison system that they're proposing, yeah, it's not in the city, not near a courthouse, not even on dry land. It's being mapped out, slap dead in the middle of the Florida Everglades. And trust me, y'all don't want that smoke. So all I'm saying is that we have a government down here that believes in punishment by environment. They got the backing of Trumpy Bear, you know, like it's WWE. So if you think being detained means four walls and a fenced yard, no, baby. Try swamps, snakes, and alligators that clock 35 miles per hour in humid air. So the Florida alligators is nothing you've seen before. These Florida gators out here pimp walking across I-75, climbing fences like athletes and waiting by the water like security guards with scales. And the snakes, well, whole grown men swallowed up, gone. Now, we ain't exaggerating either. That's why Florida literally has an open season just to cut down on the population of pythons. So, illegal immigrants, all I'm saying, Florida is not the place for hope. This is a place where even your friends and family won't come visit you because ain't nobody wrestling gators to drop off snacks, say hello, and then put some money on your books. Ain't nobody coming. And for the undocumented illegal immigrants that's already in Florida, I'm going to need you to reroute that GPS somewhere else. Because this new swamp prison ain't just calculated, guys. It's cruel. And Florida doesn't need barbed wire when it's got carnivores on standby. So you're not going to just be detained. You're being thrown into nature's version of hell with a gate pass. All I'm saying is Governor Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump have been cooking up something behind the mangroves and the mosquitoes. And the mosquitoes, they're like the size of your nose. Just don't come to Florida. And if you're here, just go ahead and leave. So far, not enough people, even the activists, are catching on. And in other words, there's not enough people to make a difference to oppose this swamp prison. Legal aid organizations, they stretching their eyes because they know they don't want to go and visit. But the truth is, a prison surrounded by predators is harder to film, harder to monitor, and certainly harder to protest. That's what makes it so appealing to those in power. It's quiet, it's remote, and far away from the public's eye. And y'all can clock that T. And if you guys think I'm just being extra, think again, because going to prison, detained, whatever you call it, in the middle of the Everglades in Florida, I'm telling you, that's the detention center I would never want to go to. And they don't need a fence. I already told y'all. They got actual alligators. Now, Trumpy Bear and Governor DeSantis, you know, they pretty much want to make this a migrant facility and make it so isolated that you have to outrun gators and dodge 20-foot pythons just to escape. So all I'm trying to tell you is there's no roads, no cell signals, just marsh, heat, and jaws. So this isn't about incarceration. It sounds like it's about intimidation. And if it goes through, it'll be the most controversial detention center in modern U.S. history. So here's my advice. Listen up. If you're planning to come to the United States to get your citizenship, especially Florida, just do it the right way. Like, I get it. That's easier said than done. The process is long, expensive, and let's be honest, they ask more personal questions than your auntie at Thanksgiving. But that's life. Now, I've got close friends who went through the system, waited it out, and now they're thriving, happy, successful, and making real contributions to society. So it's possible. But if you're thinking about skipping the legal path and just rolling the dice, then Florida is not the place to test your luck. This state isn't just strict, it's creative. And when the government starts tossing folks into swamps guarded by gators instead of fences, you'll wish you'd stayed home and filed the paperwork. And as always, thank you for tuning in to Southern Confidential. And if you haven't already, do not click out of the video without subscribing, liking the video, or otherwise, I will send some of them gangster Florida alligators for you. Not really, just kidding. And I will see you next time.